This week on Council Bluffs News, Council Bluffs City Council approves the building site of the new CBPD headquarters. More on the plans for the facility off Woodbury Avenue and its impact. The 5th annual Anti-Gravity Games fly into the campus of Iowa Western, coverage from the quadcopter competition, and how Google is helping push an interest in STEM academic programs. Plus, see how the latest exhibit at the UP Museum explores the impact of women in the railroad. That and more, all on this week's Council Bluffs News. Sometimes in news, you're thrown a curveball. As CBTV 17 was producing a story on May 1st about the new CBPD headquarters, news broke that the Pottawatomie County Sheriff's Office had lost one of their own. 43-year-old Mark Burbridge, a 12-year veteran of the office, was shot and killed by 24-year-old prisoner Wesley Correa Carmenity during a transfer operation at the Pot County Jail. 10-year veteran Pat Morgan was also shot. He's expected to make a full recovery. Our thoughts and prayers are with all local law enforcement, their friends, and family. Hello and welcome to this week's Council Bluffs News. I'm Craig Carlson. The Council Bluffs Police Department is now sure of where their next home will be located. City Council recently approved the site for construction. IWTV student Daniel Ziegler has the story.
A project that has been in the works for over 2 years.
There was a lot of work put into making sure that the community was aware of the current conditions of the facility we were in.
An update that's long overdue.
We had office spaces where we had 7 officers working out of little bitty cubicle areas, so it was very much needed and we're real excited about it.
April 24th, the Council Bluffs City Council approved the new location for the Council Bluffs Police Department headquarters, replacing the location they've been in since the early 70s.
Of course, our police force has grown and our city's grown since that was built.
After Police Chief Tim Carmody was sworn into office in 2014, they began the search for a building site for the new headquarters.
Each site was rated as how suitable it was, and then the council people also did their ratings, and the site that was chosen came out on top every time.
The new site sits on the grassy fields behind Woodbury Hills Shopping Center. This will be the site of the new $20 million police headquarters. After submitting requests for proposals from several different architectural firms, the City Council based their decision on experience.
Beaufort Wysocki was selected for several reasons, but one of which they had a history of building police stations.
The new proposed station will be approximately 52,000 square feet, with room to expand with the city if necessary. The current station is a mere 19,000 square feet.
So it gives you a real good indication of how short a space we're at in the current facility.
After City Council approves the bid for construction in June, building is expected to begin soon thereafter. The city taxpayers voted last year in a special referendum for a $20 million bond to be spent on the project.
On an average home of about $103,000 home in Council Bluffs, a taxpayer would be paying about another $2.47 a month.
If all goes according to plan, the new station should be fully operational by late December of 2018. For more on the new police headquarters, you can head to councilbluffs-ia.gov. With your Council Bluffs News, I'm Daniel Ziegler.
It's learning in a creative and fun atmosphere. The 5th annual Anti-Gravity Games fly onto the campus of Iowa Western. For more, here's IWTV student Ben Addison.
The sound is unmistakable. Quadcopters flying in, around, and through obstacle courses.
We might be able to slide it through the first gate on the ground, but we can't get it to lift up for the second one.
The competition on display April 29th at an event co-hosted by Iowa Western and Google.
The Anti-Gravity Games were held at the Canesville Arena on the campus of Iowa Western Community College, where more than 100 students from 16 high schools and organizations competed against each other with homemade quadcopters through an obstacle course.
It's been really cool to see 5 years in the making. This is our biggest event ever, and old teams coming back and new teams coming in.
The games are geared towards helping promote student involvement and interest in the fields of science, technology, engineering, and math.
It's an exciting opportunity for kids to put together their own drones and then fly them through a series of obstacle courses and test their not only ability to build technology, but to put technology to use.
Google uses this as another way for them to interact with the community in a fun and interesting atmosphere.
It's a way for them to engage with Googlers and other people who work in the industry so that they can see kind of a flavor of kind of what their future could look like through technology.
Before the competition takes off, a number of supporters of STEM activities speak to their influence.
In today's military, we're using GPS technologies. We're using real-time mapping technologies. We're using drones, like the quadcopters.
And after one final tune-up, action gets under the way, and it's a rough start for many. But as the day flies on, teams start to complete the course, building confidence. In the end, sabotage. A team from Harlan takes home first place and some nice hardware. Even for those who didn't win, it's an experience they won't soon forget.
Decided to compete because we thought that building a drone would be a great learning experience, and we're all in our school's engineering club, and so this is just another way to engineer.
For more information, visit antigravitygames.org. For Council Bluffs News, I'm Ben Addison.
The Council Bluffs Police Department and other organizations participated in a nationwide drug drop-off. They're calling it Operation Medicine Cabinet. That begins our coverage in News Around the Bluffs.
On April 29th, people drop off extra or unused prescription drugs for safe disposal. The event takes place at over 4,500 locations nationwide, including Walgreens on East Broadway in Council Bluffs.
Something that's really needed. There's really no place to dispose of properly. You don't want to flush your stuff down into the sewers or into the toilet. You work good with the recycling center who provided this trailer. They provide help. And then community public health also helps out.
The CBPD encourages citizens to dispose of expired or unused medications to prevent people from abusing prescription drugs and contaminating the environment. The drugs dropped off are boxed up and destroyed by the DEA. For more information, contact the Council Bluffs Police Department. With your Council Bluffs News, I'm Haley Hughes.
State Farm opens a new office on Valley View Drive. IWTV student Carter Jansen has more.
1, 2, 3.
The Chamber of Commerce and people from around Council Bluffs gathered to celebrate the opening of the Tracy Huff Agency. The ribbon cutting takes place April 27th. Huff, who's been a local agent for years, says she's excited for the new opportunity in the Valley View Shopping Center.
We recently moved back in November. Been in business for 16 years. April Fool's Day 2001 was when we opened the doors at our last location. We've been wanting to move for a lot of years, and now was the time to do it. And everybody's here to celebrate our grand opening of our new location through a ribbon cutting.
Huff says it's easy to work in Council Bluffs because this is where she grew up. If you would like to contact Tracy or her team, go to tracyhuff.com. With your Council Bluffs News, I'm Carter Jansen.
Still to come on Council Bluffs News, a look at how the UP Museum is helping celebrate women in the railroad industry. See which historic figures are in attendance to take part in the event. And we'll be back to put a bow on things with our weekly events calendar.
Schedule your campus visit today. Iowa Western, The world is waiting.
We asked a group of employees what makes our bank special, and here is what they said.
We're available to answer customer questions as quickly as possible.
We're available to help our community grow.
We are available to explain the benefits of electronic banking.
We're available to teach your kids financial literacy.
We are available to help our local businesses grow and prosper.
We're available to turn your dream of homeownership into reality.
We're available to help our ag customers keep a family tradition alive.
We're available to make decisions right here and right now.
Being available to our customers and communities is not only what ties us together, but also what you want most from your financial institution. And our new name says just that. Welcome to Avela Bank. You'll see that new name when you access our website and your online banking account. You'll see the name on brochures, advertisements, receipts, even on the bank employees you have come to rely on. And within a month, you'll see it on our buildings.
This is a big change, but rest assured, this is the only change we're implementing. We're still the same people in the same locations, with the same management and same ownership. And of course, the same commitment to be available to you and our communities. And that, quite simply, is why we're proud to say, we're Avela.
We are 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 Avela.
We're Avela.
We're Avela.
Drop that baby.
Okay, it's decision time. I want flexibility, more doing, hands-on experience, and working sooner. I gotta make a choice. I want to get started, now. Find your path at iwcc.edu and get hands-on real-world experience. Start now at Iowa Western.
Women have been making impactful contributions to the railroad industry for over 150 years. The UP Museum is hosting an exhibit to commemorate. IWTV student Jalen Hinkle has more.
Move over, sir. Women working on the railroad. It's the newest exhibit on display at the UP Museum in Council Bluffs. The grand opening of the exhibit takes place April 29th.
This exhibit, you know, it's the job of the museum to tell the story of Union Pacific, and the story of women working on the railroad is a fascinating one, and one that people might not be as aware of.
The event highlights the contributions of women who have made an impact over the last 150 years in the railroad industry.
Well, it's one, groundbreaking in its day. Back in the days when many women stayed at home and raised families, many women also worked in the workplace. And today at the event we have the first woman engineer from the Union Pacific, who's long since retired, but in her day was, as I say, relatively a groundbreaking time for women in the workplace.
To help celebrate, Bonnie Leaks, the first female engineer to work at Union Pacific, and Edwina Justice, UP's first black female engineer, are in attendance.
And when I got there, it was daylight when I got to North Platte. And so everybody was looking at me like this was a freak show, you know, they were looking out the window.
For Justice, there's a lot of pride that accompanies her name in history.
I wish my dad was still here because he was the proudest of all. And anytime somebody would come by a service station and they would mention engineers or they'd mention North Platte, my daughter lives in North Platte and she's an engineer. First black woman engineer. And he just rear his chest back and he'd tell him, and you ought to go by her house.
For children like Roger Jones, the exhibit and the stories that follow make a lasting impression.
Because women in the olden days, they didn't have that much rights, and boys had way more rights. So since they did it, it showed freedom to them.
Move Over Sir will be on display for free through October 28th. For your Council Bluffs News, I'm Jalen Hinkle.
Time now for our weekly events calendar. The Youth and Families Committee of Promise Partners is hosting an event to help hundreds of area residents with basic necessities. Laundry Love will take place Thursday, May 4th from 2 to 4 p.m. at Wash Days Laundromat on West Broadway. The occasion allows struggling residents to wash clothes, eat a meal, and learn more about community resources. Call 712-256-9920 for more information. May 5th through the 7th, PetSmart and Metro Crossing will hold a large-scale adoption event. Action will kick off at 4 p.m. on Friday, May 5th, then run 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. on the 6th and 7th. 9 different rescue groups will be on hand to help and to provide information about their organizations. Another big perk? Photographers will also be available to take photos of people and the pets they adopt. And for those looking to get out a little bit, May 6th, there's an event allowing attendees to travel through the picturesque Luss Hills. Celebrate food and culture at the first Harvest Spoon Saturday of the year from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. People visit 5 businesses along the Harvest Spoon route for a variety of experiences. Missouri Valley, Logan, Honey Creek, and Glenwood are all part of the stop. Visit harvestspoon.com or find Harvest Spoon on Facebook for more information. Thank you for tuning in and watching this week's Council Bluffs News. Feedback and story ideas are always welcome. You can email us at cbtv@iwcc.edu or give us a call at 712-325-3312. You can hit us up on social media as well. Search CBTV17 on Facebook and Twitter. Don't forget, CBTV is also your home for local sports coverage. Get caught up with the Bluffs Sports Zone with JJ Davis. For your Council Bluffs News, I'm Craig Carlson.